Hi, Barbie.
Hi, Ken.
This is the real world. We're not in Barbie land.
Not in Barbie land.
There's so many fucking noises happening.
You know how I know we're not in Barbie land?
Ugh.
The patriarchy.
The pastels. Non-existent. Dude, what is happening?
Ideas live forever.
Hello, everybody. Welcome again to Keystone Film Review. We just saw Barbenheimer Part 2. Barbie. Directed and written by Greta Gerwig. Also written by Noah Baumbach. Starring Margot Robbie, Issa Rae, Kate McKinnon, Ryan Gosling. Why am I blanking? Will Ferrell's in there. Simu Liu, America Ferrera, Michael Cera, and many others. 3 people from the TV show Sex Education. They're all in it. And then also someone from Derby Girls, Derry Girls, the Irish comedy Derry Girls, Northern Ireland. Sorry, don't want to cause any rifts there. This, of course, we saw this before we saw Oppenheimer, but Oppenheimer came out first. Yeah, it is what it is. Hence the daylight. We don't live in some reverse world where night is day and day is night.
The old Antarctic.
Yeah, or Eastland.
Oh, he did it.
I did. Yeah, this is a really highly anticipated movie.
Yep.
Funnily enough, as a 33-year-old man, I was very excited to see it.
Me as a 30-year-old man, clearly I was not as excited to see it.
I'm just kidding.
Yes, but Glenn, what did you think of Barbie?
Oh my god. There's the memes going around about how Barbie is for philosophy and Oppenheimer is for the comedy. Weirdly enough, so far, 1 out of the 2 is really fucking true so far.
Yeah, and if you saw our Oppenheimer video, which had come out before this, you'll know if the other one is as well.
But this movie, like, there was expectations. Like,
yeah.
This is gonna be a movie about a doll, and it's got Ryan Gosling and Margot Robbie. There's expectation. It could be a little funny, could be a little sad, because, you know, Ryan Gosling's playing, I'm number 2, or just some shit like that. But I did not expect the level of what the fuck it was, which is a masterclass, perfect fucking movie. How did they do it?
Yeah.
How did they do it?
Yeah, so, like, obviously everyone's going in knowing that it's going to be full of laughs. You could see that from the trailer. It's full of, like, inside jokes. Even if you're slightly familiar with Barbie, you're going to get the jokes. Ryan Gosling is just eating scenery throughout the entire trailer, and thusly the movie as well. And honestly, the movie's called Barbie, but, like, he's my favorite part. And I think that for the comedy of it, obviously the plot revolves around Barbie. Yeah, I always go for funny things over plot, but that doesn't take away from the beautiful story. I guess I'm a man saying this, so I'm only speculating what the movie's trying to say. The beautiful story of what it is to be a woman. You know, it's great, but also it's dark at times, and that is, again, just taking that from the movie. I don't know myself. It was fantastic. It was beautiful. Like, there's parts that made me tear up, which I was not expecting, and, you know, became very existential at times.
There's just a great the thing you got to think about during this movie is, if you take away Ken, you don't have as good of a story with Barbie. If you take away Barbie, you do not have the same good story without Barbie. But it takes the 2 to tango and make this absolutely great story. And you're very eye-opening. I don't know how the fuck the Barbie movie about a doll is making that happen, but it's very eye-opening. Super healthy masculinity and shit like that. Yeah. You tell everybody, actors and actresses, all had fun.
Absolutely.
All had fun.
This seemed like the most fun set in the history of the world.
Such a blast. And so did we.
Yeah.
The third act almost was you couldn't erase the smile and laughter from my face.
I started feeling lightheaded with how much I was
It was-
laughing. I got to the point, and if for anyone who knows me that watches these videos, I have a very boisterous laugh. I don't hide it.
He
I
does.
don't restrain my laughter because that's not fun. I have been told that sometimes it's annoying. I don't really give a fuck.
I think it just makes the shit funny.
But I started feeling slightly self-conscious in this because I was laughing so hard.
well, there was parts
and-
where we were both laughing and other people weren't.
Yeah, I don't know if it's just like
And then there was a guy
Yeah.
next to us who nobody was laughing, and then he just was, which was
Yeah.
interesting. But good for that guy.
I mean, the things he was laughing at were objectively funny, but not
Yeah.
like that hard of a laugh.
Yeah.
For me, obviously, everyone has different senses of humor, but like it is just that funny. Even like as funny as he was, Ryan Gosling's not the only funny person in this. Everyone has funny moments. It's just the
He just had the most major
yeah
part of it all.
The emotion of the story obviously lies with Barbie, which I wouldn't have it any other way.
Yeah.
Because it's her trying to, like, you know, thinking her world's perfect and that she's doing all this good for the real world. They're very self-aware that they are toys and representations of what women could be, and as far as they know, that's what's going on in the real world. And then she has this existential crisis when she realizes that that's not the case, and it's deeper than it has any business
There's
being.
no reason.
There's no reason being this deep, and that is why that is what movies should be. Movies
Yes.
should exceed expectations.
Especially movies about a product or a business.
Yeah, we don't need 2-hour commercials that are not self-aware.
The company Mattel was just taking jabs at itself the whole movie.
Yeah.
Which is exactly what you've got to do.
And they obviously produced this and
Yeah.
provided so they were self-aware. Obviously, yes, they probably did so because they knew they were going to make a shit ton of money. And if they weren't going to make a shit ton of money, we probably would not have done that. But it was nice to see the self-awareness, even if it might have, you know, darker undertones.
Yeah.
But it was just a refreshingly fun meta ride. And it blew me away, honestly. I knew it was gonna be good. I didn't know it was gonna be this good. Because Greta Gerwig, she's made 3 feature films now, I think. Lady Bird, Little Women, and this.
all great movies.
All fantastic films, even for, you know, they're stories about young women and women in general that are made for everyone. And you know, I can't help but just admire that, because she's a fantastic director and writer, and I can't wait to see what else she does. But this movie, so good.
This movie's scary, man. Just how fucking good it was.
Yeah.
Yeah, very, very eye-opening. Definitely, you could see, if you're a man, you could see from this movie what women's lives are like, or they definitely explain the shit out of it, which is good. And, like, very eye-opening on that. And then the ladies get to see kind of how men feel sometimes, how it's just how they feel like they're the Ken to the Barbie, or just like the background, like.
And it does that without forgiving the shitty behavior that some men do, which, you know, I think is why a lot of internet men are upset about it, because it's not like, oh, they're making us look bad. It's like, you should look bad, and the things that they're saying are bad.
Yeah.
So it's honestly surprisingly forgiving of men. I did not really expect that. I thought it was just going to be you know, a feminist, purely feminist film.
It had
and
its
is,
chance
but-
to be,
yeah.
but it stayed smart, stayed good-hearted.
Yeah.
I thoroughly thought this was just going to be an absolute, like, meme. I did not expect... Well, I expected it to be good, obviously. I did not expect to like it this fucking much.
Yeah.
I have not laughed. There was a certain part... I was laughing the hardest I think I've ever laughed during a movie.
In
that third act.
I think I heard you laugh more in this movie than pretty much every other movie we've seen combined. Like,
And that's crazy.
And like, you laugh inwardly a lot, I think. Like,
Yeah.
you're like, oh, you're like my wife. There's just like, oh, that's funny,
yeah,
but you
that's
don't laugh
funny.
outwardly.
But, like,
whereas me is like, if it's even slightly funny, I'll go.
And this, there's a whole dance sequence with the Kens, and I'm just fucking dying.
Yeah.
And how,
It's a beautiful dance sequence. But yeah,
but there was more than that. But
Yeah.
it was holy shit.
I thought it was going to be a fun movie. I didn't know it was going to be a movie I immediately want to watch again.
Yeah.
If we weren't seeing Oppenheimer right after this, I'd probably go see Barbie again because it's that good.
Yeah.
I don't want to build it up too much because I know there's going to be people out there who don't like it, and that's fine.
That's more than fine.
But we just had a blast watching it, and I felt a little naughty sneaking snacks in. I didn't buy concessions for the first time in a really long time.
This little bad boy over here.
I was thinking 6 fluid ounces when I bought this.
This guy bought
didn't finish
6 pounds.
6 pounds. But yeah. So yeah, I was feeling a little naughty, and then that just added to the experience. No, I'm kidding. I don't really give a shit about sneaking snacks. But yeah, great time. Ratings, I guess. We're kind of just speaking in circles at this point.
Yeah. Would you want to go first? Or maybe?
Oh. So there's a movie I saw in the place that shall not be named that is the only 5-star rating that I have so far, and I still like that more than this. So that is the only reason I'm thinking 4.5. But I gotta say 5. Like I gotta just that movie's still, in my opinion, and better overall film than Barbie. But I gotta say 5. 5 out of 5. I have no qualms with it. It's just a great film.
It's a 5.
Yeah.
It's You think I'd be doing that for a fucking meme? Oh, he's just doing that because 5. It's Barbie. He's wearing full Ken outfit. Yeah. I'll show a picture later of my full fit, but the movie's fucking. It's so good.
We went in for a good time and we came out with a great time.
Yep.
Like it is what it is. Like I hate going with the crowd for the sake of going with the crowd, so I will never do that.
This crowd was pretty good.
Yeah, it was a pretty good crowd. But yes. 5s across the board.
Holy shit.
Yes, if you saw Barbenheimer Part 2, which is Barbie, but it's the first one that we saw. If you just saw Barbie, what did you think of it? Tell us down in the comments down below. Which Ken or Barbie would you be? Is there a cinephile Ken? And is he as obnoxious as he sounds he would be?
Probably.
Yeah, I'd be him.
He's
but
out there now.
I'd be him, but like a more understanding of different opinions.
Yeah. You'd be in Ken Barbie Land.
Ken Barbie Land.
Or Barbie Ken Land.
Or just Barbie Land, but
Barbie
also
Land.
Ken is there. Which is what it was at the end.
Lowercase Ken.
Yes. Goodbye, everybody.
Bye-bye.